Oh, Garrett.
Be brave now, people. Sign up. A big thank you again to Telegraph Cafe and the Grinder Series for doing this open mic and bringing us such great readers from around the Bay Area. Also here, there'll be a literary reading here Saturday night. Bitches Brew normally plays at the Awaken Cafe, but this Saturday night, Bitches Brew is going to be here with, let's see, we're going to have Andrew Razor Lopas, Gypsy Punks, some of you might know better as Nicole Henares. Alexis Luna is going to be reading, and a group of others. Missy Church will also be performing at that. And just hope you folks can make it out, and then I'll just go ahead and get going with my thing here. We've all been brainwashed by the National Security Agency. Did you keep track of every person you sexually objectified on your way here this evening? Did you notice the virus sitting above you in the food chain? When exactly was the last time you forgot to masturbate? Doesn't it seem like the other side of the bay is haunted, or at least very poorly lit? And why is it that so many of our brilliant young underground poets invest so much of their valuable time crucifying the older, slightly less brilliant baby poets? Because there can't merely be cleverness. There can't merely be a virtuosity for virtuosity's sake. There must be humor, and humor means that someone is going to get hurt. There must be humor, or we will be dragging the corpse of academia around behind us forever. And perhaps that's why we persist in this game as business, of usual. As what is the passing of the individual moment we're all hoping to name and give voice to. But an interlude between the lyrical preludes, where all any of us are hoping to do is break out our oh-so-tasteful galleries of agit porn. I know it's romantic, remembering all of our individual high points on a timeline that points to a source we all came here to search for. An Easter egg hunt for common consciousness by poets who were the first lawyers, poets who were the first tag artists, poets who were the first clergy in an Eden of our making. But if it is the sacred for which you seek, then you must take the Hajj of your life into that big theater for hymnals and chants of the interior body. Because some of you poets out there don't know how to love your Lilith, even though she's there for all of us. Don't complain to me that she's a hard bitch. She's the medicine you need. I know, because I saw this dad with his little girl on the BART train one day, and he wanted to be loved so badly by all the young teen dreamers dolled up for the season, on their way back home from Vanity Fair. But the baby girl was squirming in his arms. She was breaking down his cool in front of the hotties, a man unbathed by his baby. And it ain't the first time it's happened that way. And it won't be the last that this temple of public transit careens down the path of the secular left hand once more. No. Some of you poets there just aren't down with Lil, but you don't have to bawl her to love her. Break it down like you mean it, brother, because at the end of the day, isn't sex really just another form of prayer that reminds us how close we lounge next to those reptiles in that big theater? And when that's all said and done, so the fuck what? There's still the moment right here in front of your face, crying out for your attention, crying out for your naming. And once you've engaged in this process of giving attention and naming, you're never going to be asked to stop. You're going to be lost in a process, lost in a gaping maw, a wide open mouth, a process of smoking, singing, sucking, licking, eating, gnashing, swallowing, and breathing, all in search of a construct, which may or may not be a bearded man, who may or may not live in the sky, but who you must never forget always remains a two-way street with. So knowing that, do you still wish to be the author of Western Civilization's obituary? If so, then please do take a number and stand in line, because it is work that will set the self-analyzing monkey free in this elegy poet. Seduce thyself, and know that the inner heaven cylinder is the place where you will see through the constructs, because I tried to be an atheist. I tried not to believe, but ever since the dawn came to the Mojave and Sonoran Redlands, this is one exorcism that never ends. In language poetry, thy cup runneth over and spills out into the greater Los Angeles basin, with no regard for whom you may drown along the way. And yet the survivors, will be stronger in the end for this flood over the world stage, where the great curtain, alas, remains the great colonizer of context, beneath which the wizard, alas, is naked and horny and leering at Dorothy. But at least we can all be grateful for the United Auto Workers, who remind us each and every day why it is that Freaky Freddie Hagel and Crazy Carlo Marx keep hanging around like the true jazzmen they are, riffing the apocalypse fantastic from the edge of their felt pork pie specials, begging each and every one of us all the while that we crucify them each and every day, so that some older, slightly less brilliant baby beat poet's prophecy might just someday come true. Thank you.
All right, next up on the mic.